Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Skin Time TV with Ashley. If you can't already tell what this episode is about, just look at my face. My skin is so dry. The air has gotten so cold and crisp out here in Atlanta. And yeah, I'm out here struggling. My nose has been peeling. My whole face has really been peeling. But I'm just at that point where my skin is just not fresh. It's not giving that glowy effect that I'm used to or that I really like. And this normally happens in the beginning of those fall and winter months when it starts to get really cool outside, but skin dries all the way out, and we're gonna do something about it because I found a couple recipes. So I love Pinterest. For anybody who knows, Pinterest is my homegirl, and I found this recipe, well, several recipes that are really great for dry skin. And I came up with my own little concoction based off of all of the recipes I found to make what I hope is going to be the perfect recipe. Now, if you're wondering why I'm holding this banana and how a banana has anything to do with dry skin, you just told on yourself, because that means you didn't watch my Looking Like a Snack series. Bananas were on the top of the list on foods to eat to avoid dry skin. So if you don't like to eat bananas, have no fear. You can just rub it all over your face and it'll do the same thing. So this recipe is pretty simple, but I'm hoping it actually works. This will be my first time using it. So I will let you know for myself. If you know me, you also know that I kind of eyeball my measurements when I cook. So if you're somebody who needs a little bit more specifics, one of the recipes called for 2 tablespoons of banana. How do you get 2 tablespoons from something like this? I do not know. So I'm gonna eyeball it and use half of it. That's probably more than enough. And I actually like doing this now. So I'm putting it in my little bowl. It's just a little plastic bowl so I can refrigerate it later. And it calls for avocado. Also 2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna eyeball that as well. So cute. Okay, so 2 tablespoons. If it helps, I'm using a regular size spoon, and I'm gonna scoop out 2 giant scoops of it. Really, this seems like more than enough, but I'm just gonna knock this whole little half out. So I've got my banana and my avocados in there, and I'm just gonna mush them together before I add some of the other ingredients. You can also probably put this in a blender and it would do a lot better job than what I'm attempting to do. Okay, so it's pretty much all mixed up at this point. For the most part, all of the giant chunks are smoothed out. Either they're all whipped up, or I took out some chunks that were just a little bit more difficult to break down. The next time I try this recipe, I will put it in a blender, but it's like 9:40 at night, so I'm not about to do all that. I'm tired. And I just want to get this mask on so I can see the results. So this is the consistency. Like I said, I looked at a few recipes. One was like, yeah, take a banana, smash all over your face, you'll be good. And I'm like, can I get a little bit more here? Something, I don't know. And several recipes insisted on using banana and avocado. So that's what we have here. But then there were a few more that had mentioned olive oil and honey. Olive oil was also one of those ingredients or food items that was mentioned in the Looking Like a Snack episode for combating dry skin. I think this was mentioned in some other things like for acne prone skin or anti-aging skin actually, but yeah, I love olive oil. I love cooking with it. I love making everything with it. I don't use canola oil. I don't use any other type of oil. Don't use vegetable oil. I use olive oil. And this one's actually extra virgin light, but I normally will just get extra virgin olive oil and like the most expensive kind I can find because that's how much I swear by olive oil. So most of the recipes that had olive oil said like a tablespoon, but we're just gonna eyeball it. So I'm gonna say about that much. Like a nice swig or shot. And I'm mixing it in. And I'm gonna add about the same amount of honey. I'm not a fan of sticky on my face at all, but this is for the greater good. This is what it's looking like. Yep. Pretty gross. Ew. But it doesn't smell bad. Dare I taste it? It's like bananas. Bananas are very strong in flavor. Who knew? But all jokes aside, these are all great ingredients, especially banana, avocado, and olive oil for combating dry skin. I'm hoping to see some instant results. We are about to find out. Because it's kind of late, I'm gonna put this on, take a shower, and then we'll touch base. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna apply this without it being messy, but doubt that is gonna happen. All right, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my mask brush. Okay, so got my makeup brush or my mask brush, and just gonna jump right into it. So my face is not can't even think straight. My face, I haven't washed it yet because obviously I'm gonna need to wash it after I take all this stuff off. So if we see any instant results, it is on skin that is not even its freshest. And that will just go to show how great this works. So I made so much of this mask, and it obviously is going to need to be refrigerated. At this point, I'm thinking I need to get a skincare fridge. I have so many products, and I'm always putting DIY recipes for my face in the fridge that were at one point edible, but are no longer edible and need to be in the refrigerator. But maybe not the one with like people food. So, skincare fridge, just might have to go there. All right, so yeah, looks, we already know what it looks like. Not the greatest. Looks like I lost pretty bad in a high school food fight. Yeah, I'm going to hop in my shower and I will wipe it off when I get back down here. So I'll be back. Wish me luck. All right, so I am back and I am cleaner and hopefully my skin is better too. So it is pretty dry at this point. Well, it's very dry at this point. It's been over 15 minutes. Nothing really rubs off on your fingers except for the oil, you can see. And it feels a little tight, but obviously it's the honey, or at least I would think it's the honey that is making my skin feel a little tight, but it stayed on. So let's just hope that my skin looks and feels less dry after this. Okay, so I think I got most of it off. But it looks like it got a little bit of luster and shine in my face, but I don't know if I'm seeing any like super dramatic results. It feels nourished, but I don't know quite how effective it is yet. I think I'll have to kind of give it some time and maybe see how it feels tomorrow, see how it feels as I continue to use the mask, because I'm definitely gonna keep using the mask all the way up. But yeah, it definitely looks a little better. It's just not super dramatic and I don't feel just extremely hydrated, but I do feel like the little progress it did make as I continue to use this mask, I will start to see better results. And I haven't even washed my face yet, and it has like a nice little bit of glow to it. So that's pretty great. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna pop back in with another episode on this. And I also have been looking up some recipes for glowing skin. I think we always think about glowing skin in the summertime, but just like summer bodies are built in winter, same for skin, okay? So after I finish this mask and finish treating my dry skin, I'm gonna do a 5-day challenge, I think. That's pretty similar to the underarm lightening challenge that I did. But this recipe that I found, I really want to try it, and I'm excited about it. So I'll be glad to finish using this, get this dry skin combated first, and then start to work towards a glowing skin so that we can build this summertime skin during the fall and winter. So yeah, stay tuned on how this mask continues to work for me. Definitely feels great, and it'll be even nicer when I wash it. But yeah, I'm excited. This may be the start of a long, healthy relationship. This is definitely not like a one and done mask. I think it's something I'm gonna have to frequent to be able to really hydrate the skin. And obviously, keep eating my bananas. Stay tuned in and make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell, especially if you're someone like me who is dealing with dry skin right now and really want to get ahead of that before bricks start hitting. Winter is in full swing because we do not want to be dry and crusty before we really have to be. And we don't have to be at all. So stay with me, stay tuned in, let's stay ahead of this, and we will check back in to see how this really works for me. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you again soon. Bye.